Come on, Chew, don't let me down. Hurt my leg. What up, Emerald Coast? When I just got home, I've been driving like the last 4 hours. Just got home, got upstairs, sat down, plugged my phone in, and went on YouTube. There's no rest for the wicked. So actually, I had a really, really good day today. A really good day. I went down to, do you know Seattle or Washington at all, Emerald? Do you know Washington at all? Coast, right? So, like on the west side of the coast, right? So, like on the west side of the state of Washington is called, what's going on, Richard? It's called I-5, and that highway goes through all of Washington, north and south, all the way through. I live about an hour and a half away from the Canadian border, hour and a half, 2 hours, roughly. Okay, so all the way to the southern border is Vancouver, and about 5 miles from there is Portland. So you're across the border, right? You can go border to border in about, I'd say 6.5 hours successfully. Okay, I drove all the way down to where Mount St. Helens is, which right close down in that area as well. So I drove all the way down to almost the Oregon border and then east for 45 minutes. And I went and I hung out with Gold Baron today. Prairie Prospecting, what's going on? So Gold Baron Pater has claims, and I went down to his claim with him today, and I worked his claim with him. No, but I would love to, because he's local. So yeah, I went and worked. I went and worked. Oh, I'm doing good. I'm. I just got home from traveling from there to here to my house, which is about 3.5, 4 hours. So I just drove that 4 hours to here. So I got a lot of footage. I'll be posting a bunch of pics. He is super cool, great dude. If you ever, um, if you're interested in pay dirts, I would email him or buy right from his website. He gives you 100% ROI, and he was talking about his price margins. He doesn't have any. Like there's literally no margin. He breaks even to do his pay dirts. He's an amazing dude. Totally cool. Great guy to hang out with. Um, we talked about a lot of stuff today. what he plans on doing with his business in the future, and he helped show me learn some stuff. Now, I knew a lot about what we talked about, but I did learn a lot more, and I found some sweet spots on his claim that were like deep crevices that had gravel and heavy rocks and stuff in it. So it was perfect to find gold. I found a bunch of gold. Yeah, for sure, bro. That was my 500 subscriber bar. I had two of them made by FG Stacker. I kept one and gave one away. And I got this one here too, and FG on the back. Right, and this is my first bar. That was my second bar or third bar I had poured. This is my first bar. And this is like 2.5 ounces. It's a honker right here. What do you mean bullion and junk? Bullion and junk silver, you mean? Okay. So as in constitutional, right? Like this. I have stuff like this lying around all over the place. Check this out. Pow. Just immaculate. In coin bags. I put them in tubes. Right. And then I have some just lying around. And I got this. Most of the walkers I have are in pretty good shape. I have a 21 that's pretty worn though. It's got full letters. It does have some wear though. I just can't tell if it's a D. We all have the itch to stack more, Prairie. That's a 42. I think the other one's a 42 also. It says it's a BU. It's in really good shape. The market is so wild. But why would they do Walking Liberty, Walking Liberty? They wouldn't do that. Never be able to know the difference between a face and a verse. Because look, come on now. Well, that is a better eagle than this one. Oh, the Type 2. I like the Type 1s, though. But you're talking that eagle gone, and that eagle on. That is a better eagle. Type 1 is clearly better than Type 2. When it comes to the back of an ASC, the classic look is the best. Just the ribbon across the wings, the whole thing. The shield. But yeah, that is a better eagle. But I think that eagle just looks like a turkey vulture. Look at that. I like that eagle even better. But I still don't think they'll change it like that because the new eagle's only been out for a couple of years. And it's just the change that the coin was looking that the people for the coin, like the new age people for the coin were looking for, something to get away from the old traditional. I don't have one on me. I don't have a double St. Gaudens. I don't have a St. Gaudens double eagle. Even this eagle is better than the one they have on it. Come on. How we doing, Patriot? Is that PA? Also love the flying cent. Yeah, I don't have a flying cent. But so I showed up and we shook hands and we talked for a minute and he pulled this out of his pocket and gave it to me. Grandma Gold. Yeah, I've got gold. There's some flower gold in here, but a lot of it's like 20 mesh. Yeah, so I don't know if you guys know this or not, but I carry around 2 ounces of pocket silver on me all the time. I have 2 ounces of silver in my pocket at all times. One of them's a prospector, and one of them's a 1981. One of them's a prospector, one of them's a 1981 U.S. Assay Office. Right? So, of course, he came bearing a gift, so I pulled out one of my pocket pieces, and I've been carrying those around for 2 years, every day, ritually. And I gave him one of them. He took the prospector. What's up, John? So he took my 1985 prospector, which is suiting because he's a prospector, and he said he doesn't pay enough attention, to silver, so he might get into some stacking. Who knows? But he's got a lot of ideas coming up, you guys. So stay tuned with Baron Gold, Pay Dirt. He's got some stuff in the works, so I'd pay attention because he's got some cool stuff coming down the pike. I can't talk about it. I've been sworn to secrecy, but it's he's got some pretty cool stuff coming. So I would keep your eyes peeled. If you haven't subscribed to him, I definitely would. What are you up to, John? Look at how shiny that is. Check this out, man. Full bands all day long. My stupid camera would focus. Oh, I love silver bars. I've got a. You want to see what my favorite silver bar is? Hey, bro. Stack if you can. Don't put yourself in any kind of position, John. But stack if you stack if you can. If you can add to that stack, do it. My favorite silver bar to collect. Here, I'll grab it. Now, keep in mind, I haven't owned anything super extravagant when it comes to big silver bars. Okay, but this one by far, out of all the ones that I have, I like this one. For just a simple bar that you can get at like 50 cents over spot per ounce, it is a screaming deal. As a matter of fact, if you haven't gone there, you can get this 10-ounce bar at Spot. This is the face. Check this out. This is the back, and this is why I love it the most. Okay, this is the back. Right there. Build your wealth in ounces. How sick is that? It's a basic bar. This is pretty cool. Now, I would like to get a 5-ounce or 10-ounce store bar. You know what I mean? Something like that. But for what you can get these for, and for what they look like, and how easy they stack, 10 ounces all day. Something square and flat. Now, I like pours. So, like a 10-ounce pour would be sick. I don't own any, but it would be sick. You know, this is about the same size as your RCM bar. It just stacks well, fits in the safe well. No, see, that's the shitty thing is it doesn't have a serial number. I wish it did because it would be stamped right there if it did. But it's just blank. But if you have not gotten one, you can go there right now, one per household, lifetime, right? So you can go and get a 10-ounce one right now and get it at Spot. And for what it is, the saying sold the whole thing to me. I'm sorry, I don't know why, but it just called me cheesy. But build your wealth in ounces on a 10-ounce stacker. Smart marketing. Very smart marketing. But yeah, it gave me a gram of gold. That's why I say stack what you can, where you can, but only stack within a budget. Like I stack to a schedule. Like I had extra earlier this year, so I just poured more into it. So I hit my goals soon, and then I set more goals and I hit those again. But stack like my goal was 1 ounce a week. Okay, because at the time it was $32 an ounce. So picking up an ounce a week at that point was no big deal. Stop on my LCS on my day off. You know, what did it close at 52 and change today? You know, now that it's in the 50s, the amount that I can buy is a lot less. So I stack less. But that's really good of you, John. Don't stack more. Don't spend more than you can afford. That is a fact. I never put it on credit. That's just foolish as well, because then you're paying interest on it as well, and that just doesn't make any sense. Nobody in their right mind would do that. You don't need the metal that bad. But I try to stack silver and I try to stack gold every week. Gold's not always in the budget, but even if I'm picking up a small little 1 gram piece or a half-gram piece, I'm buying something and I'll convert it into a bigger piece and then convert it into a bigger piece until I get a tenth. Right, and just try to build it up again. I'm a huge advocate on fractional gold. I think if you do the math with how gold prices go up, even when it wasn't in the 4,000 range, you spend less on an ounce of gold if you regularly buy than if you save and wait. So, but I do fractional gold. I have no problem with it at all. Like most of the gold I have is fractional. You know, I got quarter ounce. I got a quarter ounce maple. The $5 pre-33, which is a quarter ounce. Another tenth up here. I even have some smaller pieces in here still. I don't know what size this is. What's this say? 1/100th, I think. Give me just a second, you guys. Sorry about that. But anyways, stack what you can. I do fractional gold. I have no problem with it. I love it. You're in Longview, Washington. That's good, bro. That's good. Oh, in Texas. Gotcha. Well, that's good, John. Being responsible is the way to go. Being a responsible stacker is nobody could ever fault you for that because that is what you need to be doing. All of my stuff's paid before I buy my metals. I'm with you 100%. I just buy metals instead of putting money into a savings account. Yeah, I have a little bit, but I don't really stack cash. I have enough to get me through to do what I need to do, but it's not like I have piles and piles of it sitting around. I have enough to, like I said, I have enough set aside to do what I need to do, but I don't stack a whole lot of cash. Yeah, you're okay. Listen, man, I won't say I'm a prepper, but I'll be honest with you. It's not like I don't have dry storage full of a bunch of stuff. You know, I don't have like ready made meals, add water, and you're good to go, but I have dry storage and I have stuff in it. Tri State, which one? The one I showed off? This one? The Super Toner. I don't have a whole lot of bouillon that's toning like that. I do have, like this isn't even listed as a super toner, but it is a super toner. Check this out. That's tiny. Yeah, that one is for sure. It's probably my favorite Morgan when it comes to toning. This one's starting to down on the lip. Unfortunately, cash is still king. So what did you pick up, John? That's cool as long as the toning's not artificial. It's quite the rainbow to have on that one. Post a picture on your channel. Just can't send it in chat. Purple to gold. That's awesome. This goes like blue to red. But toning happens in so many different ways. You know, some coins turn all dark like those, the Morgan around the outside edge. Some turn rainbowy. Richard, post a picture. If you can. But 1990 is pretty early too. Okay. So, you're watching me on a flip phone? Respect to the flip phone. That's awesome though. But you're watching on a flip phone? That's crazy. So you're watching on like a laptop, you mean, right? I'm sure. Respect to the flip phone. If you're watching me on a flip phone, that would be like, it'd have to be a Motorola Razr. Which was a pretty awesome flip phone. I had quite a few Nokia bricks in my day. Old Oscar Apple iPad, nice. You don't take pictures? That's cool. That sucks. But that's okay. I get it. Smartphones are addictive. Yeah, man, I'm old. Trust me. I remember when there were no cell phones. Oh, I've panned before. I've panned a whole bunch. I've got a bunch of gold that I've panned for. But it was cool finding gold in the wild for the first time, and I actually found gold while I was out there. We took a bunch of videos. I'll be posting some of it. Well, all of it once I edit it and do all that other stuff. You just gotta send it to me. But yeah, I found gold on his claim. From what I said, he said I found more gold than anybody else has found on his claim in his dirts. But I found this sweet honey hole that was full of gravel, and it was a washover off of a big, huge piece of. I mean, it was all bedrock that we were walking around on. So a big, huge piece of bedrock had a huge overflow, and this rolled underneath this gap of rocks, and there was this huge honey hole there, and it was all smooth. So I can guarantee you that I have more gold in there. But it was pretty cool. It was pretty cool going and panning with him and hanging out with him. Um, taking some videos, doing a collab was sick. He said it was his first one he's ever done with a YouTuber, so I thought that was sick. Nice. Yeah. So you got $5 worth of Swiss francs, right? $half pieces, or are they the size of a dime? I think they're the size of a quarter, though, right? Or more like a nickel. Probably the size of a nickel. But that's still good job. That's a good deal. Because the piece dollar itself, you'd be $40 of it, at least, depending on who you're buying it from and what the face value dollar, or what the dollar amount was on it. Different sizes. Cool. Did you do the math? How many ounces of silver did you get total? I'm sure you're up, especially with all the with 10 of the half Swiss francs and dimes. Yeah, different sizes and times. Gotcha. But no, John, that's a sweet deal. That's a pickup right there. I gotta pay more attention to foreign silver because that's one area I haven't even dipped into really. Yeah, I don't have much foreign silver at all. I mean, I have some pieces, but I don't have much at all. And I know that I've had foreign silver in my hands, and I didn't even realize it was foreign silver because that's how versed on it I am. But literally, I threw it in a giveaway bag. Oh, there you go. No, I got you. Well, yeah, man. Sounds like you made out, especially with what Silver's planning on doing. Yeah, so super cool. That's a good pickup, John. Sounds like you made out. Yeah, that's good. You're adding to that base stack. That's perfect too. Getting good things for a good deal. That is the number one. Buy as much metal as you can for the cheapest price. I tried to add up in my head the other day how much silver I got just lying down, and I couldn't. So I gotta start collecting, organizing, and figuring out what I have where. I know that it's too much just lying around. Are you talking to me, half hawk, half man? Yeah, no, that's a good deal. Yes, you're talking to me. So perhaps I am overvaluing what I don't have and undervaluing what I do have. I stack on a schedule. If I can afford to stack more, I do. Um, but that's me. How I stack is how I stack. Nothing I say is financial advice. I'm not telling people to do what I do. But yes, I always want more. Doesn't every stacker always want more? I believe every stacker in here would say they want more. But yeah, Richard, $2 a spot's not a bad price at all. Was it JM Bullion or SK the other day? Had an ASC at spot. You only get one, but it was an ASC at spot. What's up, Manderson? Are you talking to me, Half Hawk? They only allow you to buy one, but it is still an ASC at spot. You want to trade your what for gold? Silver? Why do they only allow you to buy one? I don't know. I would ask the marketing department at SD or JM Bullion. They would probably be the best people to answer for that. I would imagine that it's to get you to the website so you can look at other metals and buy more. That's why I would imagine they would do that. Just like why these guys sell this bar 10 ounces at spot for one bar, right? You're allowed one per household, but you can go and get one right now at spot. And so you'll go to their website and look at other prices and stuff. What do you mean I got too much weight going? Yeah, see, this is a basic bar, but it's one of my favorite bars. I mean, for what it is, the way it says, I mentioned it earlier, but build your wealth in ounces. I thought that was sick. Richard, all you know is what you see. I know I probably have right now. I'm at 70, more like an 80-1 ratio. How much was it? That bar? When I bought it, it was 285. But you can go to their website right now. You're allowed one per household. You can buy one of those at spot. But they only allow one time gig. Roblox guy, what's going on? You up kind of late? Oh, dude, I understand. I almost died of an aneurysm 9 years ago. Every day I wake up's a blessed day. I've stacked 3 times, depleted my stack twice. What I've been able to accomplish with so little that I have. I know I'm lucky I survived. That I don't already know about that. So, been there. Okay. No warning, just a lot of pressure in your head. Well, the whole goal is to swap to bigger pieces and to get to gold. Yeah, I have a crevice tool. I didn't have a chance to use it today because of what we were looking at. But I took a half bucket of tailings home. Well, not tailings, but more concentrates that I panned from a pan and then got rid of a lot of the bigs and then put it in a bucket. Brought that home with me. It was in my brain, felt like somebody put my head in a vice. By the time I made it from my couch, I was dripping just fluid off of my body. Turned around, collapsed into my house, called 911. Ambulance got there. The guys told me I had a bad migraine and to go to the hospital and sent me ER. They left. I told my dad, it's not a migraine. There's something seriously wrong with me. Call them back. Called them back. Next thing I know, I wake up in Harborview. Which one? This one or that one? Oh, you were talking about the backs of the ASCs, weren't you, Manderson? The one in my hand. I won this on Whatnot on a blind wheel, three $21 spins. I chose my three favorite numbers 7, 21, and 78. I woke up in the morning and that was on the receipt, so then I had to watch the video. Like I said, I bought three spots on a blind 100 spot wheel, and that was the top prize. So I had a 3% chance. That's right, Constitutional. Every day we wake up's a good one. Especially for me, man. I have a whole new outlook on life. It was on Whatnot. I won this on Whatnot too. 25 bucks. Also, while waiting for him to do the reveal, I won a peace dollar, a half ounce, and two silver dimes. So I made out pretty good in that guy's room that night. I won this on Whatnot. Where do you live at, Half Hawk? Do you live in Washington State? You live in Seattle? Really? I live in Everett. Yeah, I know where Green Lake is. Cool. I can see the Navy base out my kitchen window. Later. Anywho. Manderson, what's going on, bro? What are you up to? Constitutional, you still here? What are you guys up to? I went down and worked a gold claim today with Goldburn. Super cool. He gave me this when I showed up. So yeah, when I showed up, Goldburn gave me this. And so I pulled out my 2 pocket pieces that I've been carrying for over 2 years every day in my pocket and gave him his pick, and he chose the Prospector one, of course. So I traded him a fatty piece of silver, and he gave me a gram of gold. And then we went to his gold claim and we worked it and hung out for about 5.5, 6 hours. It's pretty fucking cool. He's a pretty cool dude. I'll have a bunch of videos and stuff I'll be posting soon enough. I'm super stoked. I can't wait. He said he's going to help me get one. He only pays $500 a year for his annual fees for his gold claim, and his gold claim was gifted to him. He got it for free. And how sick is that? It was a good trade. I thought it was a good trade too. Yeah, he pays $500 a year for the fees for his claim. That's low. I hope it be the same. He said he's going to help me get one. Because there's claims all over the place around here. And there's gold mines out in Gold Bar. I know, because my buddy's dad has some gold claims in Northern California. And my buddy started a new job and he couldn't go. But next year we're going to go down and work the gold claims. Also found a little deal on a 1 ounce solid silver rose for the wife. That's a good price. That's also that. It doesn't matter what the price is at that point. You're getting something for your wife, and it's a silver deal. It's a win-win. I would like to hang out with Two Toes also. I think I could learn a lot from that guy. You know, What's up, Steve? He does know a lot too. Yeah. I'm sure I could learn a lot from him. Yeah, crevice tools are cool. I brought mine today, but I didn't end up using it. That's pretty aggressive, bro. But yeah, man, that's awesome. That's a lot of weight to be adding pretty quick. Good for you, man. You got it in the mail today. You're at 40 ounces, or you had 40 ounces and then added 15 to it. So you have 40 total. 10 ounces a week. That's pretty good buys, bro. That's the way to do it if you can do it. I'm more of a dollar cost average guy, but my DCA is pretty low on all my silver as it is. 40 total. That's pretty cool, bro. 40 ounces is badass. 40 ounces is badass. That's a milestone hit. Good job. Are you buying ASEs or rounds? What are you buying? Okay. So you have some constitutional, some rounds, and some ASEs and some other sovereign coins, right? What's your dollar cost average? If you don't mind me asking, you don't have to tell me. I'm just curious. Have you figured out that dollar cost average yet, or no? 49.78 an ounce right now. That's pretty good. 47. You're at 47, Richard. Steve, you're at 49.78. Nice. Yeah, remember I've stacked 3 times, so I was stacking silver when it was $17 an ounce, maybe even a little less. But I've completed that whole stack. Started over. So this DCA on everything that I have this time around, I'm in the 29 range. It's not bad. Could always be better, but it doesn't matter because I'm 15 years out. So the only thing that spot affects for me is how much I can buy right now. And I don't stack copper, it just happens. But you never know. Copper could do something. It already kind of has on a percentage basis. It's grown more than most of the other metals have this year, if not all of them. I know on a percentage basis it's outperformed gold. The ironic thing is like all this stuff here, all these things, all of my slabs that you see, not the 4 rounds, but all the slabs that you see, even this. This was a $17 spin. I spent $78 in that guy's room, and I got this, another ounce of silver, and 2 mercuries on 4 spins. I got this. And this in the same night for $42. That does raise my DCA a little bit, but I can sell this to a collector and get more. But at the end of the day, it's only an ounce of silver. This is silver too, and it's only 40%. But it is in the GSA, which is cool. Yeah, but for the price, I'm getting the stuff at it. It's pretty cheap, and I feel you. So get it for as cheap as you can. Even this Lem Buckley, I got this for a $12 spin. I think I spent $62 in that guy's room, and I got a handful of other silver items with it. You know, but you gotta sell it to a collector to get anything worth what they say it's worth. This is the only thing I've actually paid money for a decent amount. I paid $55 for this. $27's pretty low, Richard. Yep, shop smart. So T-Bird is sending me a bar, one of his T-Bird pouring stacking bars. Pretty cool. Number 13 he's sending me. It's a super shiny bar. Can't wait to display that up there with all the other ones. You know, like the copper coral here that I normally have up there, and display turtle to put in here. Right here. Once I find a turtle that fits in there, I'm going to send this to Cartier. I'm going to send the turtle to Cartier, and I'm going to have him pour me a silver turtle. A silver turtle sitting in there. Chanel, Sonoda, how are you? Yep. You gotta do your research. Yes, this is copper. This was poured into frozen Orbeez. So yeah, I'm gonna get a silver turtle and put it in there, and it's gonna be a silver sea turtle swimming over copper coral. Got away from bars. Why do I mean look? I have a lot of copper. I mean like just being a silver stacker and a gold stacker. I don't seek copper, but I have enough to probably fill 2 tubes. That one's full, and then I got all these. Those are all 5 ounce rounds, so there's another 30 ounces of copper. It was all nonsense. I won this. I like this. Yeah, didn't you tell me you found that? You found one? This is cool. No, this one's more authentic because you flip it straight over. This is just a round, and they're both rounds, but this one you flip sideways. This one you flip over the right way. It's copper. Copper, copper, copper. I have what I need. Oh, that's ironic. I don't stack pennies at all. But I do have some Wheaties and stuff lying around. I've got some really nice Steelies as well. I don't I don't actively search for it, but I do have it. Could be John. This is my favorite ASE right here. My favorite one of all time. This 86 proof is sick. It was kind of an odd question to ask, wasn't it? Serbia, you gonna answer the question? Silence is a virtue sometimes. When the host is asking you a question, it's not good. Just saying. You going to bed, Richard? All right, man. Have a good night. Hey, you guys, try to stop by tomorrow night at 9 o'clock. I'm hosting Monday night or Sunday night Metal Mob. It's all me. I'm hosting this week. So stop by so you guys can hang out. Say hey. You know, if we get enough people in chat, I might just do a gibby. That's cool, bro. Anytime, bro. You know that. I appreciate that, John. But dude, you guys, I'm gonna hit it. I'm gonna try to wake up and do the stage dive with Liberty Bleeds in the morning. So, what's PST? What do you mean, Jay Sonoda? Sonoda? What do you mean? Yes, Pacific Standard Time. Yes, 9 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. The Metal Mob with me, Liberty Bleeds Silver, and Cartier Silver. We talk about metal prices. We talk about all kinds of stuff. We just kind of shoot the shit and hang out. No, you're good. I appreciate you. But I'm gonna go to bed, you guys. I had a long day. I was up super early. But I'm gonna go. You guys try to stop by tomorrow night, 9 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. It'll be on my channel, The Metal Mob. All right, you guys. I'm gonna hit it. I'm tired. Have a good night. John will see you tomorrow. Janelle, hopefully I'll see you tomorrow. Richard, hopefully I'll see you tomorrow. I'll see you guys later. Thanks for stopping by. You're gonna get Woodsy into the mob? I could get Woodsy into the mob. I'm not worried about that. I think it's more of a time conflict for him than anything else. But I'm pretty sure it's more of a time thing for him. And I'd have to talk to Liberty and Cartier as well. But I'm sure if time permitted it, I'm sure he wouldn't have a problem wanting to join in and maybe come up stage once or twice or see about it. But I'd have to talk to him. But I'm going to go, you guys. I'll see you tomorrow. Have a good night.